Good morning, Launceston. It's finally Friday. You're listening here on LCFM on 87.8. Joining me in the studio today, we've got Cooper, Krause, and Brady, and Saxon at the desk. What's on the show today, Cooper?
All right, so we've got the final term show. Last Friday of term, then 2 weeks, and we're back for our final slog of term 4. Coming up, we're talking strawberry needles.
Yeah.
That's a big problem.
Whole fruit sabotage. We're also talking about the LC balls. A little bit of a somewhat... LC ball, sorry. We're also going to be talking about a little bit of a controversial topic to do with Claremont Council, I believe it is.
The Clarence, actually.
Clarence Council, sorry.
All starts with C.
Yeah, and we're also going to be talking about mental health a little bit, have a little segment about that, and we're also having our new principal, Vicky Mackerel, in the studio with us coming up shortly, hopefully.
Yeah,
she finds a way out.
She can fit us in. But anyway, weather today, we're looking at partly cloudy with highs of 14 degrees, dropping down to a low of 1 degree. Tomorrow, we're also looking at highs of 14 degrees down to a low of 5 degrees. What about the week, Brady?
Well, it's a little better, actually. It's going to start with 2 degrees, but it's actually going to go up to a solid 16 degrees tomorrow. And then Sunday, it's going to start off with a bit of frost in the morning, but then raise to about 19 degrees.
Wow,
Good
kicking
weekend.
off holidays with a 20-degree day.
Nice.
That's a
Nothing
rarity in
better.
Tasmania.
I think we should kick this show off with another song.
This is New Sensation by INXS. You're listening to LCFM 87.8. No ads, no interruptions, only good times. We're back. It's the last show of the term. It's a bit of a bittersweet moment, but I think we're all looking forward to a bit of time off, and relaxation.
Oh, sure am.
After having done all this folio work that we've been onto. It's just absolutely insane.
You make it sound like we've finished it.
Well,
I'm not even halfway on my folio, but I'm getting
neither,
there.
but I'm seriously shocked that I managed to get my UTAS performance folio stuff done in time.
I got to resubmit that today.
Oof. Is it due today or was...
Yeah, today's the last day. I finished it all, just Jen wanted me to tidy it up and get it all clean.
Cool.
Which is good.
We've just been talking about the whole fruit with needles crisis here in the studio. What's your take, Cooper? I know you're an avid fruit lover. How do you feel about this?
Carrots are a vegetable, Will.
Well,
I love my carrots.
it's only a matter of time, I think, unfortunately, but hopefully it doesn't spread to that because carrots are great.
I do love a good juicy strawberry, though. Yeah, obviously just disastrous for people's livelihoods. Farmers, could easily put them out of business just to people losing confidence and purchasing strawberries for a couple months, saying their whole business is gone.
I think it's been an absolute insane year for Aussie farmers, especially like all the droughts that have just recently happened, and then this as well. It's
just tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, tough business.
Crazy.
And it's not just affecting any specific region in Tasmania. We actually grow strawberries in every state. So it's...
Yeah.
Have you seen the viral
big
video
deal.
of where they're dumping...
that's...
Because the price that the supermarkets are paying for them, because they dropped it so low, it's actually cheaper just to dump them.
Yeah.
So the farmers just can't make a profit off it. So
It's ridiculous.
It's destroying their business. And I'm not sure what the exact number is of how many actually confirmed pins they've found in strawberries, but it's just been so blown up in the media. Everyone's talked about it. They've put a lot of, publicity into it, and I just don't think I think it's overrepresented. It's not really accurate.
I think part of the problem with that though was that with spreading the news about it, obviously they found other people who just catch it on pardon me, it's sort of a trend of sorts. They've caught kids in there's been I think some kid in New South Wales who sort of fessed up to doing it and copped a really hefty fine or something
He stuffed a needle in the strawberry and claimed it was a thing, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he copped I think it was a $200,000 fine or something because it's absolutely insane. But yeah,
I mean, I think it's just sad that it's spread to other fruits too. Because I know there was one in an apple. I'm pretty sure there was one in an orange or something.
Yeah, I think there was a banana as well.
No fruit is safe.
Sorry, I'm loving this. There was a banana. I think there was an orange.
But yeah,
and
I think
an apple.
They've also had cases of this happening recently now that's moved over to Singapore and New Zealand, so it's gone global.
Even if it were just an accident and someone dropped a pack of pins, there's 10 pins, but then because the media just blew it up and everyone knows about it, that's a good idea, and everyone's sticking pins in fruit.
My question is, why the hell is a seamstress walking around like a fruit farm? But I think, the best thing you can really do though is don't not go out and buy fruit. Fruit's good for you and it's good for the farmers when you buy it. So even if you are worried about sort of having needles in your fruit, just cut it up.
Yeah.
Just
I think they had a big fundraiser. I think it was Queensland. Well,
I
they
believe so,
either
yeah.
sold 700,000 kilos or raised $700,000. Either one is good.
One of the
Yeah.
Yeah, for the strawberry problem, people just purchasing the fruit and making products out of it. So
Yeah, just keep buying it. Don't
yeah,
stop.
don't lose confidence in it. Just because there's a couple
and the
mad
other
people
thing
out
that
there.
people aren't
Chop
really
your strawberry in half.
Yeah, like the other thing that people aren't thinking about is the farms that do recover from this. The screening for berry pickers is going to become a lot more strict and tense, which
Yeah.
is a bit hard because a lot of people who go travelling around the country, people who come in from overseas, that's their livelihoods as well as the farmers.
And
so
who wants all their fruit going through a X-ray machine or a metal detector?
Yeah, it's
And the
Yeah.
cost to the farmer, it's just such a huge problem from such a stupid small issue.
I think it's put a lot of people out of work too, considering
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
into like Christmas casual jobs, fruit picking is like a big job, all over Australia. Now it's like, whoa, it's sort of just all been thrown down the drain. Really, it's pretty sad. But yeah, I guess the moral of the story is don't stop buying the fruit, keep buying it, just keep eating it. It's good for you. Get around to Aussie farmers; they've had a really rough year. So yeah, this is what are we playing? Take Me Back by Noiseworks.
You're listening to LCFM 87.8. Cooper, don't look at me like that.
I'll give you a sneaky wink if I want, Brady.
No. Oh, coming up now, we're talking the football and holidays.
Yeah,
So-
football grand final
We'll
tonight.
start it off. Who do you all support in the AFL?
Cooper.
I'm not like huge into the AFL, but probably Hawthorn
Yeah.
here. But then my dad actually is a Collingwood supporter.
Ew.
Okay.
Yeah, see, there it is. There's always one person who's like, you got any teeth? Or so I think I'd be going for Collingwood tonight. Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
What about you, Maya?
I
Get
don't
on with that.
actually follow the AFL. I'm an NRL kid.
All right. well,
Dragons.
Dragons,
Still,
right.
still upset over the
Oh.
Rabbitohs loss.
Yeah, I'm sort of more of a Roosters person myself. Brady, what about you, mate?
I'm an avid Geelong supporter.
Fair enough. I'm a bit of a North Melbourne supporter. We've had a bit of a crap few years, unfortunately, but
Anyway, so who
still cross my fingers.
are you guys going for tonight? Who do you think will win, and who do you want to win? Is it
My
the same?
brains, I could be totally wrong, but my brain says that Collingwood's going to have a massive home ground supporting advantage at the G as opposed to West Coast. Because
Yeah.
when when West Coast play home games, they almost always win them.
Yeah.
It's so out of the way, but because Melbourne is not Melbourne, New South Wales is like the home. It's where AFL started really. So 90% of the teams are from there. If you're one of those teams, you have a massive advantage.
Don't you mean Victoria, not
Victoria,
New
not
South Wales?
I am having one of those days. But yeah, because of that, I want to say that Collingwood's probably going to take it out. But I think it'd be a really close game regardless because the Eagles have been in pretty good form recent couple of years.
I'd like the Eagles to win, but I think you're right. I think Collingwood will take it out.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, based on last week's performance, they're all in great condition. They both won their games by a mile.
Yeah, that really shocked me actually because I was really expecting it to be Demons and Richmond in the
Yeah, I know.
final. Cause
I'm pretty sure everyone was.
Yeah, they've been in really good form and just the way Demons sort of dropped off,
Oh, yeah.
especially in the last three quarters, it was insane. I was shocked. But anyways, moving on from that, obviously there's going to be a lot of grand final parties on tonight.
And some Mad Mondays.
Going into that though, holidays. What have we got planned, Coops? You got anything on the agenda?
Not at the moment. I've got homework in every subject.
Yep.
And you will do none of
Me
it.
too.
You want to say that live on air, Brady? I better knuckle down and do some. So homework. So I'm pretty cool. I don't know. What about you, Maya?
Boxing up a lot of stuff and moving.
Oh, you're moving. Cool. Where are you going?
Going from Gagebrook to Richmond.
That's a bit of a change.
How's the job? Maya's landed a DJ gig. DJing
yeah.
at weddings,
Tell us
parties,
about
all
that.
sorts of
Yeah,
stuff.
pretty good. You were saying that you're a North Melbourne fan, and I did a North Melbourne fan's wedding last weekend, and they had a car and gift from the footy clubs and everything.
Oh, wow. That's
But yeah, so my next job's on my own, so I am a bit nervous about that. But
First one on your own?
yeah, see how
You'll
that
nail
goes.
it. You'll nail it.
Cressy, what are you doing?
pretty much same as Kiefer. I just got a lot of homework. I got to sort of smash out. I got to learn one of my pieces, the solo wise for my UTAS exam next term, which I'm a little bit.
We should get you performing live in the studio one time.
I would like
before
to
the end of the year.
Definitely going to try and get some of our acoustic acts
Yeah,
up here.
I've had a listen to some of Krause's demo songs with his band, which
Yeah.
you've had mixed for your audio
Yeah.
class.
we're probably going to have a day where we just maybe have a couple of the students maybe come up and do an acoustic stuff, and we'll play a bunch of LC's bands because we've got a lot of stuff that's been recorded this year.
Yeah,
So,
and Brady also, you do a bit.
Yeah, I do a bit of audio work, so I could I might even get a few of the mixes I've done.
Yeah,
Cool.
play them live.
Yeah.
And any plans for the holidays?
I'll work on my radio play and maybe go take some photos for photography.
Awesome.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Sounds great. This is Rose Tattoo. We can't be beaten.
That was Living End of the World. Welcome back to Launceston College Radio, 87.8. All right, fellas, and Maya, what are we talking about now? We're talking about the Clarence laws to ban sandcastles or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's if you want
That's
to
putting it lightly.
If you want to put it in layman's terms, yes.
Yeah, so the Clarence City Council, which is down in Hobart for anyone who didn't know, are putting in new changes to the public places bylaw, which gives the council's general manager power to ban an individual from a specific place if they are repeatedly causing a public nuisance. But it gets a bit extreme. So the bylaw also states that a person in a public place must not conduct any sporting activity without a permit. So that person in a public place must not play or practice ball games unless in an area designated for that purpose, such as a sporting oval.
Yep. I just think it's a bit weird, considering what it's in response to, because they've had a bunch of protests down
it was
Clarence Way.
Yeah, it was a response to 5 political protests, and yeah, they want to ban anything that's not considered an informal gathering in a public place.
Which is sort of strange, because I don't think you can really ban the idea of having a protest, because that sort of defeats the purpose of democracy in a way.
Like it's
It's sort of a bit communist to do it, but it's just to say, oh, you can't build a sandcastle or kick a footy because people, that's just like being mean. It's like just taking away the fun, because like, oh, you guys ruined it for yourselves now. Like,
it's
I don't really understand or agree with it. It's sort of,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just kind of curious, how do they police it? I'm just
Yeah,
picturing
well,
like
I'm
these
just-
couple of teenagers on the beach going, do it, build a sandcastle. Dude, I don't have a permit.
I'm just picturing a bunch of guys just looking over. He's building a sandcastle. Get him.
Woo!
yeah, this is the lifeguards. They don't have, they like, don't worry about the sharks now because they've culled them all. So they're just like, we're just watching out like teenagers building sandcastles. They just run over and kick it over and hand you a fine.
Not on my beach, son.
It's just,
generally the way they say they want to run it is it works on a reporting system. So say you know. If I see
So-
Krause, with a cricket bat, I can
Yeah.
just ring up the council and say, look, you got to ban this guy from the beach.
It's such a Brady thing to do.
it feels
Brady
like it's
dumb on us.
run by like Neighbourhood Watch though. I feel like it's going to be very community based. Like I feel like people aren't going to report it. Like they're just going to be like, this is silly and a waste of time.
Or it creates like a massive divide between the
Like-
tattletales and the...
Yeah,
I'm
like
just picturing a
it's like-
bunch of people. 'Cause he was mean to me in school. I'm calling up. I'm getting him banned from the
Just
beach.
like, do you really have the patience and like nothing better to do to just tell people off for kicking a football in like a park that's not a football oval? Like,
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And a good thing on that is the state government actually want to try and override this bylaw and revert it back to, letting us have our freedom essentially.
yeah, I think it's not only that too, but it's kind of promoting like an unhealthy lifestyle thing, like saying, oh, you can't do sports without a permit. That's sort of like,
Well, what am I meant to do?
yeah, well, it was like, well, does that mean you're still allowed to run through parks and stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The bylaw doesn't really define anything. It doesn't
That's so-
define what an informal gathering is. It's just a
Yeah.
really poorly written law.
I feel like someone had a football kicked at their house, like, and they live in the middle of nowhere and said, right, that's it, I'm writing up a law.
That was my favourite window.
Yeah, like, it's silly because, you're promoting, obesity is a big problem in Australia. Like,
yeah.
something like 1/3 of people or 1/5 or something.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
had
it's
that
large
a
enough
whole
number
really
to the
large
point
Get
that it's
Active,
a
Get
pretty,
Moving campaign.
yeah, it's a
splashed
big enough
around.
thing to a problem where it's like a large number of people, and then you do stuff like this, and
Yeah, just dissuades
crazy.
people. Yeah.
also something that I'd recently seen is like that whole trying to go away from sugar and like go on a healthier diet. Everything in supermarkets got sugar in it. Like it's not only hard to do as a person, but it's just so inconvenient and impossible to do. But anyways, I'm rambling. Let's get a bit of music going because I'm a bit wild up. This is Jailhouse Rock by Elvis. You're listening to LCFM 87.8. That was Hip to Be Square by Huey Lewis and the News.
Saxon's segment.
And that was also Saxon.
Waves hello.
Yeah, we've just been
First
talking
of
a little
many.
bit about the LC ball that happened last night.
Yeah, we were.
Cooper, you went along. Unfortunately,
I did.
we didn't. But
No one else did. Even the
wow.
principal, Vicky, who's hopefully coming in to have a chat with us, was
very soon, hopefully.
there. So she upstaged all of you.
How was it, Coops?
It was pretty good. Surprised me. It's probably not really my thing normally, but
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
you came in
wasn't
covered in
bad.
glitter, so it had to
Yeah.
be better than I suppose it was good.
I did get covered in glitter. Yeah,
Not as bad as Harrison and Yarn, though.
yeah. A
That
couple of
was-
students took it a bit far, and their whole face was plastered
Looked
in
like
glitter.
it was a stunt double for the movie Goldfinger, honestly. I love gold. That's Goldmember, but different. Anyways.
So one of Brady's mates was DJing.
Yep.
Yeah, DJ Yen.
Yeah, it did.
I heard he did an awesome job.
Yeah, no, he's pretty good.
They had a live band too. If I'm
Live
not-
band, they were amazing. Do you know Shanice?
Yep.
Chuku?
Yep.
Chuku?
Yeah.
Was a student here
Oh,
last
so
year.
she was doing that.
Yep,
Yeah,
last.
she was.
Oh, cool.
Yep, last
She was one of the
year
vocalists in
That's
the band.
not Agent 99. That's the other one she does, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, they had a really good tenor player. They had this guy with dreadlocks, amazing reggae singer.
Yep. Does he play keys as well?
No, he's on guitar.
Oh, okay.
They had a keys player.
Cool.
Really cool band. They sort of had a reggae theme going.
Awesome.
So they were really good. Then the DJ. It was a really good night.
Yeah, and a big thanks to all the tech students and everyone on the ball committee for getting the event up and running.
Yeah. Awesome. Joining us now is Vicky Mackerel, our new principal here at LC. How you going, Vicky?
Good, yeah. A little bit tired after last night's ball event and a little bit sore after dancing and having a pretty good time.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Vicky at the ball yesterday, upstaging all of you guys. They didn't attend. But it was a late night, but really fun. So, Vicky, how are you fitting into Launceston College? You started this term, right?
I did. I think this is my 7th week. We have a 10-week term, obviously. I started in week 3, so that maths on that seems to add up. I am absolutely loving it. I am a Launceston College girl, so I was here back in the late 70s when it was called Launceston Matriculation College.
Oh, right.
And so I have such fond memories of this place. I trained as a kindergarten teacher, so I now feel that I have moved right through the spectrum, and working with years 11 and 12 is an absolute honour. The quality of teaching and learning that I see going on here and the amazing innovations, just have the best job in the world.
So, how has the school changed, obviously, coming back to it now? And, have you got any goals, long-term, short-term, where you see the school heading?
Yep, I certainly do have some real vision for the college. It certainly has changed. Obviously, it's grown in size. So down where the Elsie's Cafe was, when I was here, that was a tennis court. So I used to like to play tennis on that, which was a bit of fun. So I would think that really the biggest changes have been the growth of the college in relation to buildings and size. I think it had a fair number of students during that time when I was here before, but I would think that probably only half as many, so about 700 compared to the 1,400 we have now. Look, this place has a real reputation for excellence and innovation, and that's something that I certainly get really excited about. I'm looking at the moment at the various learning areas and working with staff and students to consider some ways forward. A couple of those examples in my mind are looking, for example, at the steam engine. In fact, this idea came to me last night. I'm thinking that what we need to do is to make room for space over there. So the space industry is the next big thing that we're heading into as our country is moving towards the space industry. So I'd like to see the steam engine certainly developing some ways forward, making some connections for students in the space industry. Our Launceston Virtual College is another space that could certainly grow and extend and to change. And also our arts program, which is a vibrant program already with our production and so on. I can see that our visual arts is an area that we could really start to grow and extend, particularly into the technology area. So that's just a few ideas that I've got after being here for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
some great ones there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, always is. But also, we're going to quickly put you under a rapid fire because we want to find out who the real Vicky is.
Okay, fine. Okay,
all
this
right.
could be scary.
Question 1. What is your favourite colour? The big ones.
Blue.
Blue, okay. Favourite film?
Who's Killing the Great Chefs of Europe?
Okay.
Interesting choice. Favorite food?
Or rice.
Solid choice. What's your favourite song?
Actually, they played that this morning down in the Art One. It's where you sort of... Oh, it's one where you're holding up the ceiling. That's what I said to them today. It was on last night at the... yes, that one. Macklemore.
There we go. Yeah, Justine, Vice Principal.
Knows that one too.
Yeah.
That's my favourite one at the moment. Yep.
Cool.
Possibly the most important question. Favourite radio station?
LCFM, of course.
Final question. Favourite radio host on LCFM.
Oh, no,
we won't do that to you live on
It's
air.
like a family of children. No, I couldn't possibly pick one.
Absolutely. We get on well here in the station. And we'll get on well with our next song coming up.
This is Goo Goo Dolls, Iris.
Welcome back to LCFM 87.8. We're talking exams coming up next term, so last term here. So big topic we're talking now. We're talking mental health.
Yeah, it's a really big thing amongst youth in general.
Yeah, all people, all ages. Obviously youth, yeah.
Yeah, a quick
Fair bit.
fact I'll just shoot at you. 50% of people aged between 15 and 25 will genuinely consider suicide as an option at some point in their lives during that time frame. That's a big number.
It's a
big
massive.
number.
That means look to your left, look to your right.
Yeah,
one of them is. Yeah,
Or
that's
if
crazy.
not you, it's a big thing.
Yeah, it's insane.
You know, I think a lot of people deal with mental health. I think a lot of people are going to like have a point in their life where they're going to have some sort of mental health complication, where something will happen, like you lose a lost one, like a loved one, sorry, or
Lose a lost one.
lose a lost one. It makes total sense. But you'll lose someone, or things will just start happening, or chemical imbalance or something like that. But stuff does happen.
Yeah, especially since our lives are getting even busier.
Yeah, and I think a big thing with that too is, if you go into the holidays, everyone's going out to parties and stuff, there's going to be people who are just going to sit in their room, all holidays and just hang by themselves and not really go and do anything and just going to,
Seclude themselves.
Yeah.
Isolate.
which is, if that's a thing you like doing, you're just a bit of an introvert, that's cool. But, if you're doing it out of, mental health or anxiety, it's, it's a sucky thing to have to deal with, I think.
Yeah, it's against your character. What are ways, guys and Maya, that you can kind of combat this? You just tap a mate on the shoulder.
Oh, there's so many. It's different for everyone. I mean, like, I've sort of been dealing with anxiety and depression since I was 13, and that's like 5 years now. But, for me, music personally was a big thing that helped me through it, and just hanging around other people and being around mates and just not being, like, putting myself away and just, like, not being alone sort of helps me a lot personally. Like, I just like being around people because I like making people laugh and smile, and that comes back to me, and it sort of just circles around on itself. It just makes everyone more and more happy. That's personally, that's how I deal with it. I don't know if anyone else here has sort of dealt with it or how they've handled it.
Music and just being around good people has been a big help to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just finding something that you enjoy to help get you through it. Having something just for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's the thing about music too, is that it's sort of something that lyrics sort of speak to us.
Yeah.
And so does music. Like, it's sort of designed to sort of hit you.
Music's so broad. There's
it's-
always something for everyone.
Yeah,
so personal.
whether
some
you're
of it.
angry, you're upset, or you're
Yeah.
happy, it's there, and it's always there for you.
Yeah,
But,
so I'd narrow it down to passion and people, good passions.
Yeah.
Obviously campaigns like Are You Okay?
Yep.
And facilities like Headspace.
Yeah, of course. Headspace, by the way, 6335300. Don't hesitate to call it if you
Yeah,
need.
no shame in it. Like, we all have those moments because, like you said, 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if you're going through something, please speak up. Don't isolate yourself and just sort of damage yourself more than.
Yeah,
Well,
I
at
think
all,
that's a
really.
good
It's-
thing. People, because there used to be this terrible stigma kind of attached to it, and there still is to an extent, but
Yeah.
it's a lot better, I think.
And we still have
There's no shame.
that whole
It's-
speak
Yeah.
up, stay chatty
Yeah.
thing. Get around your mates, look after each other.
If anything, it's the most courageous thing to do.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
Put your hand up and say, I need a hand.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
But while we're on the topic of sadder things, it is our last show for the term. Unfortunately, it's also the last day of the term.
Not unfortunately.
I think we're all looking forward to a bit of time off, but
It will be good.
Yeah.
But that, bit sad, feeling a bit nostalgic, but we're back next term.
yeah, we'll be back in force. We're going to have a couple of big shows,
Before
sort
we
of
go.
round off the year and end with a bit of a bang, hopefully.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Might actually even plan some shows.
Yeah.
Other than 10 minutes before we go
Well,
live.
this one's been pretty well planned
Yeah.
throughout the week, so that's why it probably feels a little more structured, even though we've had little hiccups along the way. I think we should probably shush. I think we should probably say a massive thank you to the people that helped this happen. You know, the people. You know,
Yep.
we've got Chris
Absolutely.
Saxon, who's behind the desk every
Saxon at
week,
the
doing
desk,
an
come
awesome
on.
job. Dwayne Parrish, when he comes down, when stuff goes wrong, absolute tech head, always knows what's up and always gets things working again in time. He's a bit of a hero, a bit of a legend around here.
And the biggest thanks to all our listeners around Launceston. because,
Absolutely.
you know, we do it for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of a requirement as the course, but we like doing it.
Not a requirement.
Yeah, like we
Isn't
could
it
we
not?
could
No.
we could not have live shows.
Oh, there you
it's,
go.
it's up to us.
Because
But I think we
no one
we
touches
like doing it though.
yeah.
it's good fun. I
Yeah.
think it's good.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening in. It's been another term. It's been great. We'll be back next term.
Yeah.
It's better than ever, and we're leaving you with an absolute banger. This is School's Out. Enjoy your holidays. Thank you.